What's the deal, man? It's your boy One Real Mirror. We are live back on Street Gossip TV. I got another crazy episode for y'all. And today I got my boy Hitem Rondo coming all the way from Sanford, Florida. What's the deal, Rondo?
What's up, my nigga?
Man, Rondo, how you feeling, my nigga? Man, talk to me, man. How you feeling, gang?
I'm feeling blessed to be up here right now, cuz.
Man, I appreciate you for coming, man. So before we even jump into anything, sometimes what I like to ask any artist that comes through is, what has life been like during the pandemic? You know what I'm saying? Post-pandemic or whatever, you can kind of say we might be out of it or something, or you know what I'm saying? But what has life been like for Hitem Rondo during the pandemic and everything?
I ain't gonna lie. When the pandemic hit, I was incarcerated. So now I'm free now, so it's a whole different.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful. I don't give a fuck what it's like out here right now. You heard me? It's better than being locked up right now, you feel me?
So you originally from Sanford, Florida. So let's talk about what was life like growing up in Sanford, Florida?
Shit, you know, it's good and bad. You know, it's a lot of I ain't gonna lie, back home we got a lot of talent. You know, but
yeah,
it's a small town. You know, everybody got big dreams. You know, it's just a small city, so. You know, the same shit go on everywhere, you know.
Most definitely. So when you were growing up, who would you say like were some of the rappers that you were listening to that were giving you that influence when you were young and everything?
I ain't gonna lie, I'd say Buzzinf. When I was young, I'd say Buzzinf. Like, that's all I used to listen to when I was a jit growing up. I just felt like we were going through the same shit. I wasn't thinking about music or nothing like back then, but the shit he used to be talking about when he was like 18, like I was listening to him when he was young.
Yeah.
You feel me? When he was 18, 19, like that first mixtape, that Youngest of the Camp mixtape, you feel me? And you know, he was talking about that B shit, you know, and the nigga was going through a lot of B shit coming up, so I would listen to Buzzinf a lot.
Now when would you say you probably actually start taking music seriously?
Like for real, like I ain't gonna lie, cause I ain't even gonna. It can't even really be one time, cause I tried to take it serious a couple times, but I kept getting locked up. You heard me?
Yeah.
But like, I came home from prison last year. It's the longest I ever been home. I've been home like 14 months.
Like, congratulations on that, man.
For sure. You feel me? So now, like, I've been taking it serious since I've been home. You know, and I don't plan on going back. You feel me? So like, I can actually show my full potential, show my full talent at this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I know you had said you had went to jail, and I know for a gun charge or something.
Yeah, I went to jail for a gun.
Yeah, and you actually took it to trial and everything. What, end up losing trial or?
Yeah, I went to trial. On it. I ain't take no plea shit. The gun wasn't even mine either. You heard me? My DNA wasn't on it or nothing. You know, I still lost. You know, that's be politics and shit or whatever I feel like, but. My DNA went on a gun or nothing, but I still lost trial.
Now, how do you feel during your time being locked up? How do you feel jail basically shaped you as a man and everything? Because you were still young, you know what I'm saying? You're young and you in this shit with grown-ass men and shit. So how do you think that kind of shaped you as like, you know what I'm saying? Did you have to grow up early, you know what I'm saying, in jail and shit? And
yeah, definitely. Like, I ain't gonna lie, jail really like, it ain't make me, or it ain't break me, but it really groomed me though. You feel me? Like small things, you know, like shit, cherishing small things. It's like simple shit, like, you know, just going to the bathroom when you want to, or you know, shitting in peace. You feel me? Like it be simple shit like that, or going to your refrigerator, opening your refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got none of that shit in there, so it made me cherish smaller things. You know, it made me like, you know, realize respect is a big thing. You feel me?
yeah.
You know, but definitely a nigga had to grow up and a nigga had to mature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now did you have a lot of support from like family and friends while you were locked up or anything?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like from my family, from my mama, to my camp, you feel me, my city, my fans. I ain't gonna lie, I got some loyal ass fans, dog. My fans roll with me. My fans roll with my bed, like letters, pictures, like it was people trying to send me money. It was people that sent me money, like that I ain't even know. You heard me?
They was already your ass down that motherfucker for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, Rondo, so I know when you got out of jail in 2017, you were basically like on house arrest, weren't you?
Yeah, I had got out, 2017. I was on house arrest, community control.
Now, during that time, you know, you out on house arrest, you just got out of jail. I know you got a lot of things on your mind. You don't want to go back to the streets, so is this around the time where you really like, okay, I need to lock the fuck in with this music shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not never like, you know what I'm saying, what was kind of going on through your head like when you had first came home and everything?
2017, that when I first started rapping.
Mm.
I made my first video 2017 in April. Yeah, April. I came home like February, I made my first song in April. But shit, I couldn't go nowhere. You feel me? So it was like, and if I do go somewhere, they gonna violate me. You know what I'm saying? It was either like on some shit like you gonna get a job, like they really was forcing me to get a job. Then I'm on some shit like
Did you end up getting one or anything? Like
I had to get a temp service job. You feel me? Like I go to like it ain't even a real job. Like you go to this place early in the morning and they just send you to a job. I can be at a different job every day. You feel me? Like I did that shit and I wasn't feeling that shit. I started going in that shit. You feel me? And I already know music is legitimate. That's a legitimate job. You know what I'm saying? And I was already writing. You feel me? While I was locked up, so I just put that shit down.
Now, when you had put your first song out in April, did you have any like expectations or any goals for yourself? Like maybe if I get 10,000 views or 5,000 views, I keep going or something. Did you set any goals or expectations for yourself, or you was just kind of like, I'm gonna put this shit out on wax
and see what?
Let y'all have it.
Yeah, man. That's what I did. I just recorded. I recorded that bitch in the house. A nigga, I couldn't leave that crib. I paid a nigga a mobile studio nigga to come to my crib. Come to my mama's apartment. I had recorded that bitch in the room, bro. And I had shot the video. I had got some time out like to shoot the video or whatever. I shot the video in my hood. I ain't had no expectations for that bitch. You feel me? I just like, man, I'm finna do this bitch and this what it's finna be. You feel me? So I ain't really give a fuck what anybody was gonna think or how they was gonna feel. This what I had wanted to do. You feel me? But I had got a good reaction off that shit. So.
Do you remember how many views you ended up getting at first, or?
What, you talking about like how many on that bitch right now? My first video?
No, like not like the views now, but like when you had first put out, like you remember how like?
Yeah, that bitch had hit. That bitch had hit like, I ain't gonna lie, when I seen that bitch hit like 20-some thousand, I was like, damn, oh shit, yeah, because I ain't, nigga making music my way, you feel me?
Yeah.
Bro, we a small city, and there's niggas like my way that's really sliding, bro. Like, talented as fuck, but like from our town, like that music ain't really getting far as it should. You feel me? We're a small city, and then like a lot of people don't really know about our city, so really it's like really the people in the city or probably just your hood listening to your music.
There's a lot of lack of resources basically for shit.
For sure. So when I seen them numbers, you feel me? And then I knew a lot of people, like I had been locked up a lot. So I knew niggas from down here, down up. Bro, you just dropped the video? Yeah, go check this bitch out. So now they got they city on it. They putting they homeboys on it. They putting they people on it, you feel me? And that shit just, that shit added up.
Now, how did you end up getting connected with the OG Bigga Rankin? Talk about that.
Oh shit, I was, I ain't gonna lie, I hate to be talking about jail a lot, but shit, I met Bigga through jail.
Damn, how that happened?
Cause I was on a part, I was in the dorm with a promoter nigga, you feel me? Good nigga, real good, solid nigga.
Yeah.
And he was on the phone with Bigga, and Bigga was, I ain't here for this phone call. I'm in the dorm, but I ain't standing by the nigga on the phone. He told me after they got off the phone, you feel me? And Bigga was telling him about a project he was doing for somebody else, and they was like, well shit, I got the hottest young nigga in Florida right now, you feel me, in here with me. And Bigga like, what's his name? He told him my name, you feel me? And he was like, man, I keep hearing about that young nigga when he come home. You feel me? And I was gonna come home in like 2 months. You feel me?
Yeah.
How that conversation went, I never had talked to Bigga now. That's what the nigga told me when he got off the phone. You feel me? But when I came home in 2018, I was on house arrest and they had put me on ankle monitor. So I couldn't even go to the studio. You feel me? So I'm just in the yard. I'm in my yard just dropping videos, having my dogs record me, and I'm just dropping them bitches on Instagram, and bitches doing numbers.
Yeah.
And Bigga Rankin had commented on my shit. First, I had seen him like one of my shit. And you already know that's the OG, so when I seen that name, I'm like, damn, boy, this nigga Bigga Rankin just like my shit, you heard me? And I had kept dropping the little videos, you feel me, on house arrest. And he had commented on it, and then me and him had, we were inboxing on IG, he would ask me when I get off house arrest and shit, you feel me? And like when I got off, he had me come to Atlanta as soon as I had got off. You feel me? So that's how me and Bigga first met.
Yeah. Now, during this time, like when you're dealing with Bigga and everything, cause I even remember when I had met you back in like September 2020 and shit. Did it ever get times where you would get like probably impatient or think like, what if this shit don't work out, or you know, like maybe, you know what I'm saying, you know how, because you know this rapping shit is frustrating, bro. Like it don't pop shit is a microwave, a slow cooker and shit. You know what I'm saying? So did you ever, in between those times before you end up getting with TIG, you know what I'm saying? Did you ever go through something like where you want to quit or stop or?
I ain't gonna lie. I got locked up when I got out of house arrest. I got locked up the same day I supposed to met fly everybody. You feel me? Driving up here, that's how we got pulled over. Driving from Florida to Atlanta, we got pulled over. You feel me? And I ain't had to see the streets until I came home 2 years later. But I ain't gonna lie, Bigga rode my whole prison bid with me. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Charlie, he wrote my whole bid with me. Like, you know, he gave me his word. Like, nigga, when you come home, like, nigga, I got you. Like, you feel me? But, you know, he telling me he got me, but you know, at the end of the day, you feel me? I gotta put in my work. You feel me? I gotta show what I can bring to the table too. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was times that I did get impatient. Like, man, fuck this shit, cause music wasn't paying then. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see that shit, cause I ain't see it. Like, it was times I'd be like, man, fuck this, man. I ain't fuck that music. Like, I had to my dog, man, fuck that shit. I'm just finna just go back to doing what I know how to do. You feel me? But you know, I had people in my corner like, bro, like, nah, like, you the ticket out this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, just see through the end of the tunnel, see that light at the end of the tunnel, and I kept pushing, cause I kept pushing, you know, and when I came home, bro, it was like, everything that a nigga manifested had came true, you feel me? Even with TIG, like, for me to even got in contact back with the label, you feel me? You know, I don't know label want nobody who like in trouble and shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause how could they make money or anything like that, you feel me? So it was like I had to stand on my word that I was gonna stay out of trouble and shit like that too, you feel me?
Yeah. And I'm glad you did stand on your word, because like you said, everything you manifested ended up coming true. And then you end up getting a deal with TIG, man. I want to clap it up for you. You end up getting a deal with the distribution label and shit, man. So just talk about, you know what I'm saying, how did that come about and everything with like TIG and getting that distribution deal? When did they like come into play? Because I know you had the Bigga connect, you know what I'm saying? So when did kind of the TIG talk start going around and shit?
Shit. I was dropping gas. I was dropping straight pressure, bro. You heard me? And I wasn't letting up. You heard me? And I wasn't even worried about a deal. I wasn't worried about none of that. All I know is I just came home. Music is what I love to do. I'm free. I'm finna do this shit. I don't give a fuck what label called. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't focused on that. You feel me? I was just strictly focused on my craft. You feel me? So everything else had came behind it. So when it did come into play, I was like, damn. You feel me? Because I didn't want to get my hopes up for nothing. I had been let down a lot. So I try not to get my hopes up for shit until I actually see it for myself. You feel me?
Right.
So I was just doing me. You feel me? And then it came. You know, so I was thankful for that.
Now talk about how did life basically start changing? Not even just life, you know what I'm saying, just as your music career. How did things start changing for you once, you know what I'm saying, you got that deal with TIG? Because now you with the real label, a real company, there's real dollars going in behind you, you know what I'm saying? So is it a little pressure now, or, you know what I'm saying, just what were some things that were kind of different from being basically just fully independent to now having that boost behind you?
I ain't gonna lie, it just standing on something. You feel me? Like I stand alone. Like I stand on my own 10. You know, but now I got other people depending on me besides my family.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you know, I got a label depending on me that I'm gonna stick to what I said I'm gonna do. You feel me? But it ain't no pressure. Bro, pressure make diamonds. You feel me? People say pressure busts pipes. They do. You feel me? But pressure also make diamonds. You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt like pressure did to me and doing to me. You feel me? It's making a diamond.
Now, you just dropped your first project September 14th, Now or Never, man. Let's jump into that, man. That motherfucker been going crazy, man. You got some singles on that motherfucker, Dog, All In, Road Runner, man. So just talk about what was the creative process like basically into making that album. I know you spent a lot of time in the studio with Nephew and Justin and shit, man. So just kind of talk about what was the vibes like during that time.
Man, it was no sleep. No sleep, like. And as much as I was excited about it, bro, everybody part of the label was excited about it, and that made me even more excited about it, you feel me? So shit, it was just like, Bro, we was in that bitch day in, day out, bro. I swear to God. And there was so many songs that we had to pick from. Cause I had been recording so much, bro. There's so many songs that didn't make that project, you feel me? Like that didn't make it. That was beautiful songs, you heard me? But it was just like it was a team thing, dog. And I swear to God, everything came out perfect, perfection, you heard me?
Yeah.
Perfection.
Now, what was one of your favorite songs that you would say during that time that you had recorded? Even if it didn't make the track list, you know what I'm saying? What was like some of your favorite songs that you ended up recording during that time?
I'd say that didn't make it. I'd say like Then and Now. I put that out as a single though.
Yeah.
You know. But like on the project, I'd say for my real ones. After Taz passed, that's like my favorite too, but it put me in my feelings. And I don't be like to be in my feelings, so after Taz passing, for my real ones, that was like my favorite one on the project.
And you say you got so many songs, so basically you could drop a whole nother tape even if you
right now.
To, right now.
I could drop 3 more right now.
Shit. How many songs you think you got put up in the catalog?
Over 100.
That's good though. Look, man, a lot of artists, first thing, you know what I'm saying, when artists come up to me and you know, when, man, I'm doing music and shit, first thing I ask them, and this is even something I just learned about just being with the OGs like Bigga, Rankin and everything, is I ask them, how many songs do you got put up? Oh man, I got like 5. I got like 2. You ain't working.
I can't even tell you. I ain't even gonna say over 100 because I can't even tell you the exact number. But I swear to God, I got enough for like 4 projects right now, ready to go. I'm talking about, and it's gonna sound perfected just like this project right here. Yeah.
Man, what makes Hitem or Rondo different from any other rap artist? What makes you different, and what stands out about you from any other artists?
I don't go with the trend. I don't go with the wave, you heard me?
Yeah.
I just do me, cuz I swear to God, I don't give a fuck if I make a song or a topic, it probably ain't popping right now or it ain't. I don't be giving a fuck about that. Like I say, bro, I'm expressing how I feel. I don't give a fuck what's going on in the world. This how I'm feeling right now, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm picking out right here, you heard me?
Yeah.
And I don't sound like nobody at all.
No, you for sure don't. You for sure got your own unique sound and shit.
Cause I don't sound like nobody, and I love that by myself, you feel me? I stand out like that, you know what I'm saying? And you can hear it in my music, like, you know, a lot of people be like, yeah, I rap what I live, or, yeah, boy, this shit, whatever. Nah, like, instead of me telling you that when you listen to my music, you gonna feel that.
Like a storyteller and shit.
I ain't gotta tell you that. I ain't gotta tell you, yeah, boy, everything I speak, this shit, no cap, all that extra shit. Nah, I'ma just play that shit and you gonna feel it. You feel me?
I want to jump into some shit now, especially with some current events, man, going on in the hip-hop game right now. Do you think it's hard, you know what I'm saying, from transitioning from being in the streets to being a rapper? Like, would you say it's like hip-hop police basically out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you look, you got Lucci locked up, you got Pooh Shiesty, you got the O-Block Rico cage, you know what I'm saying? You got all types of shit, so.
Freedom boys, man.
Yeah, so how would you say, how has your transition basically been coming from the streets now into this music game and shit?
It be like the same shit, like, even though they see a nigga going legit with it, it's still like a problem. You feel me? Like, we done found how to get us some money the legit way, and it's like, y'all still trying to get us fucked up while we doing the legit thing. You feel me? We making music, it's legit. You feel me? Like, so. I ain't gonna lie, put a bigger target on my back. Even when I was in the street before music, I had a target on my back. You heard me from.
But now it's big because
it's bigger. You feel me? Then they feel like I got a big influence in my city, in my hood. So like, but I swear to God, I'm prepared for everything that come with this shit. You heard me? I know everything that come with it. You feel me? I'm all in.
Now, do you ever go through any like bullshit with like police back at home or anything? Like, do the police know who you are, like, and know who, you know what I'm saying? Especially because now you blowing up with the music. So do you ever have any run-ins with the law, like where they being just dickheads and shit and just fucking with y'all or anything?
I swear to God, it was like that before I was rapping. Like, ask my niggas, ask my mom and them, like, they know my government name. You feel me? Like, they pull my car off the top, they screaming my name, hey, where the guns at? We know you got guns here. You feel me? I ain't got no guns here, but now that I make music, now they try to call me my rap name. You feel me? Oh, you hit him up Rondo. Yeah, what? You feel me? Nah, I ain't hit him up Rondo, bitch. You feel me? You know what my ID say. That's who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it be like, and they see the type of music, like all I'm doing is rap about my life, so of course they gonna assume is this in the car, or I got this going on or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a bigger target, a bigger harassment, you feel me? Like you gotta watch how you drive. That's why when I come home, I don't let people know what I'm riding in. I'm behind tent, you feel me? My hood know, you feel me? Really my niggas who I'm with every day, they know what I'm riding in, you feel me? They probably riding with, but we in different cars, but we don't post our cars, you feel me? For a lot of reasons, from the police, you feel me? Even from like other people, like people pick the police on your car. You feel me? Hey, he riding in this right there. You know they got it in there. You feel me? That shit for real. You feel me? So you don't never let nobody know what you driving in. You know what I'm saying? You don't get out at certain location just for that reason. You feel me? So the police won't be on your trail. You know?
Yeah. And I'm glad you're basically talking about how to move back at home and everything. Because today we had a tragedy in the hip hop community with young Dolph being shot and killed in his hometown.
Yeah.
You know, so. You know, and Boosie has the famous Vlad interview that's always getting talked about. The clips always get played where he talks about you get the most hate back in your hometown. Even with all the love you get, you know it's a group of motherfuckers and somebody gotta hate you and shit. And you usually see when rappers get killed, it's in their hometown. And now today, you know, Dolph was gunned down in his hometown. So when you go back home and everything, do you have to be on your P's and Q's and with how you moving and everything, or just like, do you like going back home, or do you try to stay more so outside of Florida and basically tell your niggas like come where I'm at, like come to Atlanta, or you know, or how do you basically maneuver when you go back?
Really both. I can't lie and say I hate going back home. I be homesick.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I be having to have a strong mind sometimes, like nah, I ain't gonna come back this weekend, or I ain't gonna come back this week, you feel me? I'm gonna just stay in the studio up here, but when I do come down, like a nigga, you know, I go straight to the hood.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's loved up. You feel me? But like that's a true saying. Like you get the most hate from your city, from your town. Like that really where it come from, you know, and that come with it. That come with it. So that can't be something that you mad about. That shit just come with this shit. You feel me? That's just something you have to prepare for. That's something you have to know how to move against. You feel me? And like yeah, I seen shit you was just talking about when young Dolph died earlier. You feel me? I was just seeing the shit on social media and shit like. You know, I can't speak on that because I don't know them, and you know, everybody got their shit going on. You feel me? But
right.
Definitely, like you just, you know, you gotta be aware of all shit, dog, at all times. Like gas station, yeah. I mean, like I wouldn't even say can't crash out because a nigga might not be crashing. You feel me? A nigga might think he on beat, a nigga might think he on point. You feel me? You just have to be aware, dog. You feel me? Aware of your surroundings, aware when you getting out of the store, you feel me? A nigga might see you get out of the store going in the motherfucking dollar store. It's somebody girl in the parking lot, she just left out the dollar store. Hey, so I just seen so and so go in the dollar store 5 minutes later, you know that shit pulling up. You just gotta be aware. You feel me?
Yeah. I just talk about like, well, man, especially having somebody like Bigga Rankin in your corner, just an OG, or you know what I'm saying, anybody, man. What is that like, man? Just having that voice, a mentor who you can go talk to, even if it's fly or something at the label, you know what I'm saying? What is it like just having like being around these type of people now, influential ass people and shit, man, you know what I'm saying, that you can talk to and get advice from? Like, how has that kind of developed you and changed you as a man of how you think?
I ain't gonna lie, them niggas enlighten me on shit. Enlighten me a lot. Like, shit I don't know about. Like, shit I ain't grow up knowing about, like, real estate, buying land. Like shit like that, you know, like yeah, we really supposed to know about that shit.
Yeah.
Like be for real, we really supposed to know about
that shit we don't get taught though.
But nigga wanna talk that, you feel me? So like coming from another black man, he know about all this shit and he's like gonna give you like the whole rundown about this shit, dog. That's a blessing to have somebody like that in your corner. You feel me? And then it ain't even gotta be about no business shit or like that. You feel me? I can call Fly Bigga and talk to them boy about whatever. You heard? And the boys understand me. They feel everything I say. Like, cause they know, they know what a nigga go through behind the scenes. They know what's going on in nigga life. You feel me? I can call the phone. I can call them whenever. You heard me? Holler at them about whatever.
Yeah.
So you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. That is a blessing just to have people like that in the nigga corner.
Man, you need that, man. Especially now I know you have a daughter and everything. You just had a daughter. Yeah. Man, congratulations on that.
Appreciate it, appreciate it, my nigga.
Man, okay. So man, how has having a daughter, like, has this like opened your eyes and made you just look at things different now? You know what I'm saying? With having a little one here now, you know what I'm saying? Having a seed.
I ain't gonna lie. She made me Man, she got my eyes, you heard me? Like,
Yeah.
when she came out, like, how my eyes just locked on her. I ain't gonna lie, when I seen her come out, dog, and I held her, I was the first one to hold her besides the doctor, you feel me? My heart was soft for her ass, you hear me? Like, that's my little princess, and I ain't gonna lie, like, she was just born, like, a couple of days ago. But I ain't gonna lie, since she even been here for these little couple of days, that kind of changed my way of thinking. I ain't gonna lie, she changed the way I look at women. You feel me? Like, you know, all that hoes and bitches and all that right there, you feel me?
Yeah.
I got a daughter now, so I ain't gonna lie, she kind of changed the way I talk a little bit. You feel me? I ain't gonna say it all the way, you feel me? Cause I've been talking like this for a long time, but it's like, she like make me cautious of the way I talk now, you feel me? Cause I got a little girl.
You don't want nobody talking about your daughter like
Nigga
that.
ain't gonna talk about my daughter like that.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Alright, man, so do you think Florida basically can be bigger than Atlanta, or do you think it can kind of surpass Atlanta? You know, because Florida has so many motherfuckers coming out, and just already who motherfuckers in the game and shit, man. You got artists from Miami, Duval, Jacksonville, Sanford, you know what I'm saying? So how do you think one day Florida can be what Atlanta is or bigger and shit?
Yeah. It'd be like a I'm gonna give my opinion, because I can't state what the real problem is, but I feel like it'd be like, niggas be insecure, cuz, you feel me? Like, I might be hard as you, or I might be harder than you. You feel me? So you ain't really gonna share my shit because you scared of take your fan base. But really, it ain't even like that. Like, these fans love music.
Yeah.
They gonna love your music and love my music. You get what I'm saying? Like, a nigga would rather write in, if you post something and that bitch hard, a nigga would rather write in your DM, oh, that shit went hard that you just posted, instead of commenting on it. And
Don't share the shit or nothing.
You feel me? If you fuck with my shit, share my shit. It ain't gon', bruh, I feel, bruh, you know why I share so many people shit? Like, cause it don't hurt me. How the fuck it's gonna hurt me sharing your shit? If I like it, I'ma share it. I ain't in competition with you feel me? Bitch, it's enough money for all of us to go around. You heard me? Like, that's how you gotta see it's enough money for all of us to go around. You think by you sharing my shit, that's gonna take away from your mouth or take away from your plate? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I be feeling like it be. You feel me? A nigga be intimidated. You know, so.
Do you think the music game is everything that you thought it was before you got in this shit? Or is it more so kind of on the fluke side with everything and fugazi?
Man. Bro, one thing, I stay in my lane. You heard me?
Yeah.
I stay in my lane and I don't gossip about no other nigga. You heard me? But this shit, I ain't gonna say but. You feel me? I just say it ain't what it is, bro. You feel me?
Facts.
You would think, for that nigga, boy, he rap like this and he talk like that, you meet these niggas in person, these niggas be straight peons. You feel me? On some real shit.
For real?
And I don't respect that. You feel me? Because if you were rapping about some gospel shit and that's you, I respect you 100%. That's what you doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just don't be rapping about no shit that ain't really that what you got going on. You feel me? Because a nigga gonna be expecting that. When I meet you in person, I'm gonna be expecting that. You feel me? Because that's what you portraying. You get what I'm saying? So if you just rap about on some cool shit, fly shit, I'm gonna be expecting to meet a cool fly ass nigga. If you rapping about some gangster shit, I'm gonna be expecting to meet a gangster ass nigga. You hear me? You know, just don't portray, just be yourself, dog. And I respect that. I don't give a fuck if you not a gangster. I respect a nigga for being himself more than anything.
Motherfuckers don't be understanding that shit and shit, man. Now let's jump into some new music, man. You just dropped Road Running yesterday, man. That motherfucker is going crazy. You told me you think that motherfucker gonna pass no hook and shit.
Yeah, I think that bitch gonna catch no hook.
Man, talk about that, man. Let's promote that motherfucker real quick. Road Running, man. What was the process like in creating that shit? And that's on your latest project, right?
Yeah,
Never. Yep.
for sure. That was really like the only feature I had on. I had a feature. Me and Golden Boy was on that Road Runner.
Yeah.
And I got that beat from Track Team. You heard me?
Okay.
I got a lot of my beats from like Track Team, TNB, Sensei. You feel me? But Track Team made that beat right there. You heard, man? I ain't gonna lie, that Road Runner, that bitch up. It pitch you in that road running mode. You heard me? If you out there hustling, I don't give a fuck if you going to 9 to 5 or you going to school. You gonna feel that bitch. All that shit road running. You ain't got to be in the street selling no shit to be road running. You heard me? Anything you going to get money or anything you doing productive, that's road running. You heard me? That's how I see it. So you gonna feel that bitch.
Shit, you been road running. You about to get right back on the road. I know you got some shit coming up in Florida this week. You got some shows. ESTG, No Cap, man. Are you excited for that shit?
Yeah, this finna be the biggest show I ever did at the fairgrounds. That'll be on the 20th.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the biggest show I ever did my whole life. That bitch hold like a lot of thousands of people. You heard me? So you know I'm excited about that shit right there. You heard me?
Most definitely. What would you say, man, has been some of the biggest lessons so far during your early music career that you had, like, you know what I'm saying, pros and cons, and just things that you even learned about yourself so far?
I try to understand the first time somebody tell me something. You feel me? Like I hate having to understand it the second time, because if you grab it the first time, like it won't be no second time with damn, like you missed out on this because you ain't understand it the first time, you ain't grab that the first time, you feel me?
Yep.
So like if I don't understand something when somebody telling me some shit and I don't understand, cause I ask questions. You feel me? I ask questions, bro. You feel me? If I want to know what the fuck you talking about, I ain't finna just be saying like, oh yeah. It just,
and I basically knowing shit.
Yeah, and I'm still saying, yeah, like I understand what the fuck you talking about. No, I'm gonna ask you like, bro, so what that mean? You feel me? And that's like the biggest thing, dog, because it might not be a second chance. It might not be a second time to understand that shit. You feel me? That first time, after that first time, it might be too late. You feel me? So I try to understand shit the first time. I do that with music and everything in my life now.
Man, that's real, man, dude. We got any upcoming projects we can be expecting from you, or any new singles that's dropping? I know it's the fourth quarter, end of the year and shit. Can we be expecting something at the top of the year from Rondo?
Man, I got some shit. I'm finna drop this next video, Angel Wings. You feel me? That was on the project too.
Okay.
That was about my brother. He passed away. You feel me? But this song will be for anybody who lost somebody. You feel me? Like your grandma, your auntie, anybody that lost that you were close to. Everybody gonna feel it. But me, I'm talking about my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop that video next, and then I got some singles that dropping that ain't on the project. You feel me? That I done recorded besides the project. You know, so that's gonna be new music to, you know, to the ears.
Man, that's what's up, man. I'm just glad to see you working Rondo and getting a chance to work with you close, man. I just see how dedicated you are to your craft, how serious you take this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're gonna go far, man. And you have any goals for yourself for the year 2022? Like any personal goals that you probably want to reach, or anything, milestones or videos? I mean, videos you want to put out? I mean, projects or anything?
I ain't gonna say I got a New Year's goal, like so, but like I made this goal like when my daughter was born. You feel me? All my kids, my first goal is to have $1 million a piece for them. You feel me? And then after that, once I reach that, then I can like go to a higher number. You get what I'm saying? But that's gonna be the first goal right there.
Yeah.
Any child that I bring to this earth, I want to have $1 million a piece. I don't go for how long it take. It take 3 months if I reach this goal tomorrow. You feel me? But that's my goal right now.
Man, most definitely, that's what it is, man. Do you got any last minute shout outs you want to give any upcoming artists out your city that might be going crazy that you probably want to shout out your homeboys, anything, man, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I want to shout out Project Baby Bill.
Okay.
You feel me?
That's your guy, right?
That's my little nigga right there. He fire. He hurt. Young
See, you do
nigga.
the music. I've been checking him out and tapping in.
Young nigga, bro. Young nigga.
How old is he?
Like 19.
Damn.
Like 19,
Like
20. Hell nah, like 19, 20. Him. LOPB Kimi young. He younger than Bill, but that nigga fire. And you hear it in his soul, like he got an old soul, you heard me?
Yeah.
Fire. And bro, I swear to God, I don't listen to popularity. You feel me? I listen to lyrics. You feel me? I don't give a fuck how popular you is. I don't give a fuck this what everybody listen to. I listen to lyrics. And them niggas right there, like, for sure, fire, car.
Man, that's what it is, man. You heard it from himself, hit him up, Rondo. His project is out now or never, man. I know you just dropped the merch and everything. You want to talk about the merch before we get off here?
Oh, yeah, I got my merch. Like, hit him up, Rondo.com. You feel me? Go to my IG. You feel me? Hit him up, Rondo. You feel me? And
Yes,
all
sir.
that shit in my bio, the link in my bio. I got that merch going out for the females and the niggas shit.
Man, yes, sir. That's what it is, man. It's your boy, One Real Mirror. We're live on Street Gossip TV, man. Rondo, I appreciate you for coming through.
Hey, appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir.